Looking to learn life lessons without going through the experience? You've come to the right place. Welcome to Hidden Struggles with your host, Lady C.
Hey, this is Lady C coming back at you with another video. And I know it's been a minute, but I could not wait to come out here and give my take on these two new governing body appointees. Oh my God, where should I start? Let's just start with the ages. Now, we all know that Watchtower is trying to keep this religion going. The current governing body members are aging, and they need some new, fresh blood out here. So now we got these two new brothers that's on the body. One of them was just born in 1970. So, when you look back on the Watchtower history and you start realizing that in 1975, the Jehovah's Witnesses was looking for the end of the world to be just around the corner and keeping everybody from, going to college and getting jobs and, signing up for that retirement check they were supposed to be getting right about now. This brother that's one of the governing body members now, he didn't even know his ABCs back then. And now he is on the governing body. The other brother, I think, is even younger than him. I'm not really trying to get the facts straight about these brothers and their names and all that kind of stuff. I'm just having a generic conversation about these two young men, not quite young because they're in their 50s or close to 50, but they're younger than the ones that's on the governing body right now. So they could probably keep things going for, a few more years at least, right? But in my estimation, remember a long time ago, you might not remember this because you might be new to the organization and you might not have been fed these details I'm getting ready to give you right now. But I remember when I was a Jehovah's Witness and people were talking about how come there's so many people that are partaking of the emblems. I thought the numbers were supposed to be dwindling. And I remember these are the kind of statements that were being made. Well, there's people and they may have fallen away. And so there's some slots that have become available. And this is the reason why you got all these people partaking now, right? These are the kind of things that people was talking about. The reason why they're partaking is because there's some slots that's available. Okay. So now just imagine this. You got these governing body members sitting around in a conference room, having a meeting, realizing that they're getting up in age and they need somebody to carry on the religion. Who's going to lead us? If all of these men are in their 70s and 80s and the end is nowhere in sight because they already know that the religion is a scam. So what do they got to do? They got to find some brothers to fill the shoes. And as they begin to do that, they're getting their new light going on, telling people about the overlapping generations and all these different things just to keep people going, Now, for those of you who are still sitting at the Kingdom Hall, even after all the other stuff that they have changed throughout the years, shame on you because you're really losing out on your life. You're sitting there letting these people move the goalposts and you're just allowing them to steal your precious life. But imagine them sitting around that conference room table and they're saying that we need more leadership. We need more brothers. And they realize that they need to pick these men from within their ranks. They have to be chosen from their pot of gold, as it were. Okay? They ain't trying to bring in nobody, too far away from them because they need people that are loyal followers of the governing body that's running right now. Okay? I can just imagine those brothers being in a meeting, telling all of those people there to go home and pray about it. Now, why do they got to pray? The reason why they got to pray, because if these brothers are not of the anointed, they can't be on the governing body. So now these brothers in leadership roles are probably saying, go home and pray about it. Pray that you might be one of these people that can partake and be of the anointed class. And I could just see it. I could see it. Them brothers going home, popping a couple of melatonin so they can start dreaming, waking up, feeling like they don't got God's spirit, so they can come back, so they can start partaking of the emblems, so they can be in the running to get one of these slots that may be opening up here on the earth. For those people that may have fallen away, they can get one of those slots because that's what they've been teaching people for years about the reason why there's so many people becoming of the anointed and they're younger because somebody fell away here on earth. Okay? So can you just imagine that? Now, we had a lot of people calling us on the phone, texting and emailing and asking about how come there ain't no brothers on the body? Because, Sam Hurd is the only brother with melanin in his skin. So where's the other brothers? Where's our brothers from Africa, brothers from China, South America? How come they only invited 2 more Caucasian brothers to the body? Well, you know what? This is my take on it. Those brothers went home, prayed, came back, said they have the anointing. I don't know how long they've been partaking. I really don't. But when they got that, I'm still on my theory, so don't look back and tell me I'm wrong, but this is just my theory. When they were sitting out in that audience and them brothers was telling them to go home and pray about being of the anointed, them brothers, them black brothers was like, y'all got me up in this scheme up here. I know this religion ain't all that, but you're not going to get me to go back and say, I am of the anointed. You may be able to get me to do everything else, but I'm not doing that. I believe them brothers was like, I ain't touching it. So they know they ain't gonna be playing with the Lord like that. They ain't doing all of that. Anyway, I'm just having fun, y'all. I'm just having a little bit of fun because sometimes you got to just kind of break it down the way you want to break it down. Because, people be having these conversations all the time. They be having a good old time, telling it like it is. And it's really sad because a lot of the people that's doing all this, a lot of them are people that still profess to be Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, whether or not they're PMOs or not, I don't know. I just know that they be talking. They have conversations about this all the time. But it's so sad. It's so sad that after all of these years and the 1975 situation and brothers still sitting around here saying that there was some brothers that said that the end was going to come in 1975. The governing body didn't say that. What y'all talking about? Get out of here with that rhetoric. They're trying to tell you that you didn't know what you was hearing back in the day. What Watchtower article was that in? Can you tell me what page, year, and, paragraph it was in? Because if you don't know all that stuff, it don't exist. I don't need to have a Watchtower article that's going to confirm what I already know. If I'm sitting there listening to this information, I'm being fed, spoon-fed all this information, people telling me what to believe. I don't need a Watchtower to tell me all that. I have a memory, and I know how to use it. And I know that that's what they was doing. They were doing that all day long. People were talking about not going to school, not finishing high school. People were talking about they were going to quit their jobs to pioneer. And also, I know a family where the husband got out of the retirement program. And so when he got ready to retire years ago, he had no money. And then the Watchtower will look back and say, oh, you ain't going to tell me that the Watchtower would do something like that to its members. You're not going to tell me that they're doing all this kind of stuff. You're not going to tell me it was some brothers that was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why so many people are waking up, because they are the people that were sitting in these congregations and they were quitting jobs, pioneering, giving up all these lucrative benefits that they could have had in their later years in life, all to the tune of, y'all was lying, we didn't tell y'all that. How you gonna sit there and say that? And then you're gonna sit there and act like it didn't happen. And don't be talking about this amongst yourselves. Don't be asking no questions. Isn't it crazy? I mean, I know somebody right now that because they questioned their family member about 1975, they started shunning them. And they didn't say anything. Just said, what about 1975? What's going on? And the family member was already calling them an apostate, telling them, oh, you wrong. Oh, I can't have nothing to do with you. Who you been talking to? Where did you get this information from? Oh, it is amazing. And this is how you know that this is a cult. This is how you know it's a scam. It's a sham. And it's just too bad that so many people got suckered into all of this crazy, foolish reasoning. But anyway, I just want to come out, share my perspective on these two new governing body members, and let y'all know that I'll be back with more straight talk from Hidden Struggles. This has been Lady C. I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for listening to Hidden Struggles with your host, Lady C. This program was sponsored by Critical Thinkers, online at hiddenstruggle.com. Feel free to send an email to info@hiddenstruggle.com, and we'll catch you next time on Hidden Struggles. The views and opinions of our guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Critical Thinkers.